Hi, my name is Wilnan Ziada, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film, and also proud Phoenix Global Artist Ambassador. Today, I am thrilled to be speaking with the world-renowned producer and social media strategist. His name, Robbin Marx. For more on Robbin, you can read more about him right below this video, but in the meantime, here is a sneak peek at the amazing talents of Robbin Marx.
Now let's talk stitches. Like, what is a stitch? Just for my newcomers to TikTok, it's simply you stitching or sewing a piece of content on top of another piece of content, specifically about 5 seconds or less of an existing video. So what we're going to do today is not just talk about what a stitch is, because I know you can find a video about that, and you could probably also find a video about, what kind of videos you want to stitch. I'm going to actually teach you how to create a process to create viral videos using the stitch feature.
Well, hello, Robbin. How are you?
What's going on, Will? I'm good.
Robbin, I'm doing so much better now that I'm speaking with you, and I am so excited to be speaking with you because of all the artists I've spoken with. You are the first producer and social media strategist that we have had. I know, cha-ching. Because look at, I think now more than ever, and you correct me if I'm wrong, Robbin, now more than ever, artists are realizing the power of social media and how they're able to use it to expand their brand and business. Talk to me a little bit about first, where you grew up, and then also how you found your bliss within this business.
Yep. Thank you so much for that question, Will. I love when people ask me about my backstory. So for me, I'm a Brooklyn boy. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Looked out of my window when I was 9 years old at a friend's house. I looked out his window and I saw Big Daddy Kane and Biz Markie. I'm probably dating myself right now, but I saw them doing a music video. And right then I was like, I want to do that. And from 9 years old, I started writing rhymes. My name is Robbie D and the place to be, like old school 80s stuff, right?
I love it.
Yeah, so that was like kind of my introduction to hip hop growing up in New York City at the beginning of hip hop, coming to fruition. So fast forward, I moved around a lot of different places and ended up joining up with a crew called End of the Week, aka EO Dub. It's right here on my cup here, End of the Week. And we were a small open mic in New York City. And we ended up becoming an international hip hop community and a movement. We have 15 chapters all over the world, London, Paris, Australia, Japan. We've done events all over the world. And I was the person who took End of the Week from being a small, open mic in New York City to being, an international event. And that's something I'm really proud of. So I had a kid. After I had my kid, it was like, wait a minute, I don't know if like traveling back and forth to Europe, every couple months is the move now. Let me like get some stability and a job. And I found nonprofit leadership, specifically in youth development, and fell in love. I was like, okay, this is what I want to do with my life now. So for 10 years, I worked in that field, but I always kind of craved music. I wasn't actively performing or rapping anymore. And my wife brought home an iPad. And when she brought home the iPad, I kind of tinkered around with it. The story goes that I made some really horrible beats. And before I knew it, I felt proud enough to share them with people. And they told me like they're actually good. And from there, it just gave me the validation I needed to say like, hey, maybe I can be a producer. And I started making beats and selling beats to people. In that, many of my clients would ask me questions about social media and ask me questions about music stuff. And one finally came up and I would give them the answers for free. And then finally someone was like, hey, Robbin, can I hire you to be my consultant? And I was like, yeah. And you're like, okay. Yeah. What's your rate? I was like, $100 an hour, like kind of just fake it until I make it, right? And then the next thing you know, people started hiring me to do that, like help me like get my stuff the way your stuff looks, And I really leaned into it when I discovered TikTok and discovered the opportunity that's there for musicians specifically. And more than like trying to grow my business, it was about serving my community, because the minute that I started serving artists is this the moment that I started making money. When I was trying to sell things to people, it was really hard to get people to give me money. But as soon as I started taking care of people, offering them free resources, giving my best stuff for free, people like throw money at me to do this stuff because they believe in what I'm doing.
Robin, you are incredible. What I am envisioning right now is this 9-year-old boy in Brooklyn looking out his window, now looking at you and saying, you did it, man. Because not only did you go after what your bliss was, but you went through life and you picked up these tools throughout. And without probably even knowing, put it in this tool belt that you were going to be much bigger and much larger an entity than you ever imagined the moment that you chose to follow your bliss of serving others. And that it was within that gratitude in giving away the wealth, much more than money. You know what I mean? I mean, you want to talk about legacy. I don't know about you. I know we're two young guys at the planet, also Brooklyn born, by the way, even though I'm in Manhattan, Brooklyn Bridge always with me, is the fact that, as the great late Maya Angelou said, you know, people aren't going to remember what you did. They're going to remember how you made them feel.
Well said, Will.
And that's what you do, Robin. But that's what you do. Yes, of course, we all have to make a living, but you are providing a safe space for artists to help monetize on their art.
Yep. And, you know, I think one thing that you said, you know, that when I decided to serve, that was when the light switch went off.
That's right.
That's when I hit the switch, but I didn't know it, Will. I always thought I needed to sell people stuff. And I had a scarcity mindset. You know, I would
that's, by the way, sorry to interrupt, but that's the mindset of our world.
Yeah.
Gotta go, gotta hustle, gotta go right now. You gotta get as much money as you can. And then it's like, wait, in these past 18 months, the world has been forced to pause. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely. And I think having that scarcity mindset, especially in my early days of selling beats, it was like, I didn't even want producers to like know about my account because I was scared they were going to steal my clients. Like I would like go through my friends list on random social media platforms. And I would like, is he a producer? Oh no, you got to go. You got to get out of here. And then, and I always shout out my mentors, Gabe Schillinger from Legion Beats and a guy named Anno Domini. They're both two very accomplished producers, the only two online beat sellers to ever sell over $1 million in revenue. And they taught me the game in terms of how to market in a digital landscape. You know what I'm saying? Not just for my beats, but also like this is kind of transcended into my coaching as well. And one thing that I learned from them is that don't worry about them as competition. You know, like if anything, collaborate with them. Like, don't look at them as competition, just reach out to them and collaborate. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that I've embraced. Today, for example, there's a TikTok coach, and that's a quite niched, audience or like skill set. Like the TikTok coach, there's a few of them out there. And one of them tried to join my group the other day. And at first I had the scarcity mindset reaction, like, "Ooh, what does he want? What does he want with us? Right? What does he want to do here?" And then I had to like, wait a minute, this could be a collaboration. So I reached out to him like, "Thank you so much. Let's connect."
Choosing gratitude, making the choice to not think, what do they want from me or what are they going to take from me? But wow, two heads could be better than one.
But it takes discipline.
Robin, look at, you have to, it's habitual. I mean, what's gratitude about? I mean, I'm not going to go through my gratitude journey, but when I was beginning at 7-8 years ago, I literally had to wake up every morning. As I put one foot on the floor, I would go thank, and then the other one, you. And that began my day.
I love that. No. And I have 2 children. So like, that's a big part. That's a huge pillar in our household. Like, show gratitude, like lead with gratitude is what I really tell my son. Like when somebody's making you angry, when something happens that you didn't like, try to lead with gratitude and like challenge yourself, whatever the thing is, even if something is going horribly wrong. One of my friends, Shay Leonia, she says, like, I don't have to do it. I get to do it. It's an opportunity. I get to clean up the mess. Oh my God, like, man, we ran out of gas and we're stuck on the side of the road. I get to figure this out. Like, I'm alive.
Look at it as an opportunity, right? We could go into the downward spiral. F this, F that, blame someone else, blame someone. No, I mean, look at it like a game. You know what I mean? How am I going to get out of this? This is what a fun opportunity this is to learn something new.
Always.
Robin, we're on the same page. I can't with you.
Yes,
listen.
Yes, we are.
I could speak with you forever, but before I ask you my final question, I want to let everyone know for more on the incredible Robin Marx. You can read more about him right below this video. Robin, if going to that 9-year-old for a second, if you could give 9-year-old Robin Marxes out there in the world any advice, what would it be?
I would say the cheat code to life is kindness. If you're just kind and you try to do the right thing, especially when it comes to your interactions with other humans, you'll always win. You might not win in that moment, but long term, big picture, you'll always get the W. And I think that that's something that I had to learn from being a 20-year-old knucklehead thinking I was some wannabe rock star to now being a dad of two, a two-time dad. It's like making sure that we keep kindness at the center of our interactions with other people. And it's the cheat code to life.
Well, you got me tearing up now. Don't tell your kids, they're gonna think I'm a big baby maybe, but you are you're inspirational, my friend. You are obviously a human being of the planet who has done the work as both an artist and a human. And I'm so grateful for the time you took today to speak with me. Truly, thank you.
No, it's my pleasure. Hey, listen, I appreciate the opportunity and I love your energy as well. And I hope that we can connect maybe with a collaboration.
Oh, done and frickin' done. Brooklyn, baby.
All day, every day.
The bridge.